Quinlin, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another weekend vlog, which I'm really excited about. I've been kind of itching to talk about books all weekend. This weekend, it's kind of perfect because it's actually May 30th, and so tomorrow's the 31st. So Monday, I will be trying to film my wrap-up, although I may not post it until Friday because I do have a new schedule that I'm trying to do where I post weekend vlogs on Monday and then I post kind of a main video on Friday. And that's kind of the schedule that I'm going to keep up as long as I can. Eventually, the weekend vlogs may not be possible, especially as I go into college, and a weekly uploading schedule may not be possible, but I'll do my best. I just don't really care about that. What you probably came to see is books. And I am going to talk about, this is my main book. I'm reading a couple books at the same time, so I'll talk about them. And the main book that I'm reading is Supernova by Marissa Mayer, a beautiful cover, by the way. And I'm really excited about this one. If you don't know what the series is about, the first book in the series is Renegades, which I talked about in my last reading vlog, and I was reading then. And now I'm reading the third book in the series, which is Supernova, which I've never read before because I actually previously read Renegades and Arch Nemesis, the first two books in the series, when they came out, and Supernova was not out. And then now that Supernova is out, I reread the first two books, and now I'm finally reading Supernova, mostly because my mom read it and she wanted to discuss it with me. I don't know if I would have picked it up at this time otherwise, but I'm excited to read it. Basically, it's about these superheroes, and we follow one kind of villain and one hero. But the interesting thing I feel with the entire story is that I think it questions a lot of like what makes the hero and what makes the villain, and kind of, are they really that different, or are they more similar than we realize? And I think that's just kind of an interesting question to ask. And what I really like about the series is the character dynamics, and also their powers are really unique and interesting. I think a lot of magic books that we get, the powers are very like elemental, whereas this book, they have really unique powers. And so I think that's kind of just like a really fun aspect of it. But yeah, so I'm reading Supernova, and that's my main book right now. I am 0 pages in, so I literally am starting this. I finished Arch Nemesis last night, and I went to bed really early. Speaking of, how was my morning? Okay. So, I actually had a really productive morning. I went to bed at like 8:30 last night, which is crazy, and then I woke up at 9:15, and then I went on a run, it felt good. I just feel very productive and energized this morning, although, who knows, I may crash later because I always end up getting kind of sleepy in the afternoon, but we'll see. So my main goal is to finish this weekend. I don't know if that'll happen. It's definitely possible, but I don't know if it'll happen, just because definitely with like Renegades, I was taking a really slow pace, and even with Arch Nemesis, I just wasn't reading it as fast as I really wanted to. But if I can read kind of, I think the book is only about 500 something pages. Yeah, like 552, I think. If it is really 552 pages, then I just really need to read about 275 each day, and that should only take me about 3 hours, so it's possible, but the question is, will I do it? We shall see. The next book that I'm reading that I also want to make some progress in, although it doesn't have to be a lot, is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Obviously, this is a pretty classic novel. I am doing kind of a classic reads challenge, and I'll talk about that kind of in the upcoming months. I have a really fun video planned, but it's not coming out. I'm aiming to have it come out in July, but we'll see when it does come out because I have to do some reading before then to actually create the video, obviously. But I want to get some of the way through. I'm on chapter 9, which is page 45, and it is a 350-ish page book. So I'm hoping to make like a decent amount of progress, maybe like 100 pages this weekend or something like that. And then I want to finish it within the following week. So hopefully this week I'll be able to finish this book. And then what I was reading last reading vlog, that was kind of my backup book, is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. And this is still my backup book, so I'll try to read at least a couple chapters, but it's obviously not my main goal. My main goal right now is to finish Supernova and then Pride and Prejudice. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have kind of like a main book that I'm reading that's kind of a YA book, and then a main book that I'm reading that's a classic, and then I'm also going to have a backup book, which right now is A Tale of Two Cities, but it could be either YA or classic. It doesn't really matter. It's just a book that I'm not necessarily focusing on. This is obviously not how long A Tale of Two Cities is. This is a compilation of 5 of Charles Dickens' novels. I'm just reading A Tale of Two Cities out of it, and it's only about 200 pages, which is not terrible. And I did some calculations. I'm on book 2 of Tale of Two Cities, but book 1 was very short, so I still have the majority of the book to get through. But I think I read probably like 20 25, maybe 30 pages or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but that's my backup book. So hopefully I'll get at least a couple chapters done this weekend, but there's no pressure because this is my backup book. And then finally, in case that wasn't enough books for me to make progress on this weekend, I'm listening to an audiobook, and that would be One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. And I'm listening to it on audio just because my dad has a subscription with Audible, I think, so we do get kind of credits every month. It's obviously not free, but I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks lately and having a lot of fun with it. I didn't really want to purchase One of Us is Lying in person, and so far I really like the narration, so that's like a biggie for me. If I don't like the narration, it's really difficult for me to read it physically, but I am vibing with One of Us is Lying so far. I was reading The Judge's Deal before, but it was just a little bit too much for me. Like, I don't think I'm in the mood right now for something like in that realm. It wasn't necessarily bad, and I think I will listen to it eventually, but right now I'm focused on One of Us is Lying. I have 9.5 hours to go, so I doubt I'll finish it this weekend, but hopefully I'll get at least a couple hours like done. Basically, I have a lot to get done this weekend. I have a lot of reading to do. I have a project to work on. I want to maybe do I have a paint by numbers that I've been working on that I kind of want to work on more. And then obviously just spending time with my family. So those are kind of my goals this weekend. So I will keep you guys updated and stuff like that. Whew, that was kind of a lot. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're eating from Ethan's favorite dumpling place. Ethan, what would you rate these dumplings out of 10?
10.
Nice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon.
Hi, I'm so proud to be featured on Quinlin's channel.
So I just wanted to give a little bit of an update before I go to bed. So the last clip you saw was me watching Roman Holiday with my mom, and I did enjoy the movie. It gave me very rom-com-y vibes, which I wasn't really expecting because I wasn't sure what the movie was really even about. I knew that it was about kind of a romance, but I wasn't really sure quite what it was. So I had a lot of fun watching that, although I did think the ending was a little bit unsatisfying, to be honest. I kind of wanted a happier ending, but that's just me. And then I ended up watching the first episode of Avatar with my boyfriend. It wasn't in person, we just we didn't FaceTime, we just called each other on the phone and we watched it at the same time on Netflix, and then we FaceTimed afterwards, and he didn't love it as much as I wanted him to. I just feel like Avatar is just such a fun TV show, and I know the first episode was kind of boring, and I think he just got a little bit bored, so that's definitely great. And it's just a fun way to stay in touch with each other since we're not really allowed to like see each other at the moment, which does suck. But what I really wanted to update you guys on was Supernova, and that is because I am a good 236 pages in. I did want to update you guys earlier, but I ended up stopping myself because I feel like the last vlog that I did last weekend was just really long, and I think part of it was because I kept stopping and talking throughout the day. So I was thinking more of like I have an update in the morning and then an update in the evening, and then in between you just kind of see my day, and then unless I have something really important to share, just so I can kind of cut down on how long the vlog is, because I just don't want it to be so long, and I don't want to kind of repeat myself. But like I said, I'm almost halfway through. I still have like 40 more pages to go before I'm actually halfway through, but I think I can power through that tonight. I think that'll be easy. I was getting just really excited and really hyped up by the book. I forgot how much I actually do really enjoy the series. I think it was a little bit tough to reread the series. I don't think it's necessarily the best for rereading, but I just had so much fun. I got so into it. I read all 236 pages in one kind of just like one sitting where I was just like in my bed and I was just having the time of my life, and I was getting so excited, and I am really attached to the characters. I think they're written phenomenally, and in general I just think this is such a fun series, and I kind of forgot how much fun it was because I just wasn't really vibing with the first 2 books all that much. I kind of feel like I was, you know, I just wasn't maybe ready for a reread. Maybe I should have just skipped to the first book, but I am glad that I have that history immediately. I think part of the fun of the series, of reading the next book in the series, is rereading old books in the series, and I do generally like rereading books, but I just felt like maybe now wasn't necessarily the time because I just didn't get into it as much, just because I kind of knew what was going to happen and I was kind of forcing myself to read. But now I definitely feel like I can finish it this weekend because so far I've been flying through it. That is just my update. I also got a pretty good portion of the Duchess deal done. I've been kind of switching back and forth. I know I said I was listening to One of Them Is Lying, but I'm not really sure about that anymore. I know this is bad to say, but obviously I looked up the plot and I know what happens in the end of the story just because I was looking up one of the characters, like who they were, because I forgot who they were. It was just one of the character's sisters and I was like, who is she? And then I accidentally kind of got caught up in spoilers, and then I ended up reading the entire plot, and so now I know the entire story, and so I don't know if I want to read it or not. I still think I might finish it, but at the moment I just wanted to go to the Duchess deal because I wasn't really in the mood for it because it's just like a little bit kind of steamier than I wanted it to be. Like I wanted more of a fun, lighthearted romance, but I am just kind of reading it just for like kind of the stupidity and like the silliness of it, so I guess it kind of fulfills its role. That is my update for the night. I will see you guys in the morning, although I probably won't get to bed for another half hour or so, but yeah, I'll see you later. Good morning, guys. So it is Sunday and I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on Supernova. I did end up getting to bed a little bit late last night, so it is already noon, I think, but I did wake up at 11, so I'm a little bit pleased with that. At least I didn't wake up in the afternoon. I am on page 310, which I am pleased with because it does mean I managed to get more than halfway through this book. That bodes well for my progress today. I do think I can finish it. However, there are some other things that I want to get done today, so this is not going to be my top priority, but I do just want to try to finish it before tomorrow, which is June 1st, so that I can include it in my April wrap-up. And unfortunately, I didn't get any done on Pride and Prejudice. I did end up flying through this book yesterday. I was having so much fun with it, and so I was kind of hoping I was going to finish it yesterday, but then I ended up, you know, watching all those movies and stuff like that, so I didn't end up having the time, and I didn't want to stay up way too late because I am trying to kind of wake up earlier. I was kind of hoping that I would end up getting to focus more on Pride and Prejudice today, but since I am more than halfway through, although not by much, I maybe could end up reading some of Pride and Prejudice at the end of the day, but probably not as much progress as I wanted to get done. So that's a little bit too bad. So I'm going to take you guys on my day now, and I have a decently fun day planned, although we'll see if all of the plans work out. So stay tuned.
Hi.
Okay guys, so I finished Supernova and I can't even express what I feel right now. I am shook, I am like ecstatic, I am a mixture of emotions. I'm sad that the series is over. I want more books. Who knows, maybe there'll be like a spin-off series or something. I doubt it, but a girl can hope. The ending had me absolutely shook, and I'm gonna have to talk to my mom about this tomorrow. And it is about 45 minutes before midnight, so I did finish the book this weekend, and I did finish it in May, so I can't count it on my June wrap-up. I'm excited to talk about it. I'm also going to film a review, I think, but it probably won't be posted for a little while, for at least a couple weeks. But I am just so... oh my gosh. I kind of get this way with every book that I read, but I didn't feel this exact way with Nixia and stuff like that. Like, I think this was a special series. I don't know if I can quantify it like in stars. If I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, I don't know if that's too much, but I kind of am in love with this book, so I kind of do want to give it 5 out of 5 stars. I can't think of a fault at the moment. I think I flew through it. Obviously, I read it in a weekend, and to be honest, I only read it in maybe 3 sittings. I'm sure I read like a couple pages here and there, but mostly I think I read it in 3 specific sittings, and so obviously I just kind of flew through it. I'm in love with the characters, in love with the romance, oof, and just it just makes me kind of like giddy. I'm just so happy. Now I'm sad because I'm gonna have to move on to another series, but I may end up coming back, and I don't know. I don't think this would be my favorite series to reread, because if you watched my last reading vlog, I just had such a tough time getting through Renegades. I did end up obviously finishing Renegades and Arch Nemesis, but I just had like a tough time rereading it, and now just like knowing the completion of the story, I don't know how soon I would reread it. I would probably wait a couple years, but oh man, it is a good feeling, not just to finish the book, but like the conclusion was just not only epic, it was just like, it didn't end exactly the way I wanted it to, but like the epilogue is insane. I can't even twist my mind around it. I am going crazy. I want at least like a short story or something. Okay, so I do need to go now because it is getting late, and I do need to wake up in the morning because I actually have stuff to do. Surprising, I know, but I actually have responsibilities tomorrow, so I do need to be getting to bed soon. But I am just, oh my gosh, I'm so shook. I'm so excited to talk about this with my mom. I just, I don't know, I'm so excited. I know, I'm sorry, I'm being really repetitive, but that's how I feel. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next weekend. I have a video coming out this Friday, and I should be posting my May wrap up hopefully on Tuesday. I think I'm gonna try to film it tomorrow and then get it up by Tuesday. That's the goal so far. So you guys will be having a ton of videos this week, which is exciting. And then after that, my plan in the future is to do post weekend vlogs on Mondays, and then other vlogs, not other vlogs, but other videos on Fridays. So I should have a pretty regular uploading schedule of Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. if you guys are curious. And yeah, I will see you guys another time. Please comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and I tried to make it a little bit shorter than last time, although I'm considering filming on Friday next week, but we'll see. I think this is probably like a good solid length, so I think I'll probably stick to this. But like I said, I really gotta go. So bye! Thank you so much for watching.